Hello everybody and welcome back to another Dead Mall video. Today we are in Benton Harbor, Michigan at the Orchards Mall. So join me while I get shut down by the security guard. Yeah, this actually did happen. So you'll see towards the end of the video while I get shut down by the security guard. That was nice. Well, anyway, so when I came into this mall, I went in through the JCPenney entrance and I noticed this gigantic open space. I've never seen anything like this because it's almost like they had a fountain or something there. I really don't know. I've never been to this mall except for this time. So if anyone knows what this was or what was here, please put it in the comments because I'm really interested to know. Now, I started basically just kind of wandering through the mall, and the mall wasn't as dead as I was expecting. I read a lot of the reviews online before I went, and the reviews made it seem like it was just completely empty and dead, but I mean, it was dead, don't get me wrong. Actually, I would say it wasn't dead. I would say it's kind of on life support and it's gonna be dead soon most likely, but I've seen much worse. There really weren't many chain stores left other than JCPenney and a Bath and Body Works, but everything else was just basically like kind of locally owned stores, which that's fine if they're, if they have something to offer, but I didn't really see anything that would ever get me into that mall again. But by the time I got there, I had driven close to 3 hours, so I actually had to use the restroom really bad because I had drank a bunch of coffee. So I did find my way immediately to the long dark hallway, which I always seem to enjoy going down for some reason. This goes back to the restroom, and it was absolutely filthy back here. The mall itself wasn't dirty, but this was really gross. The restroom was really disgusting. It looked like dirty restrooms in a old gas station. But all that aside, here's coming out of the restroom. It's kind of like in a little food court area. Everything is closed, of course. And there's some cars. I don't know why those cars were there. Most malls will have cars in there kind of advertising, getting people to sign up for these drawings and stuff. These were old cars. It was kind of like they were put in there about 30 years ago and just kind of left. I don't know. I really don't know why they were in there, but coming up, I could not tell what this chain or this anchor was. I couldn't see any kind of label scars or signs of anything of what it was, but it was kind of an interesting part of the mall because there was a stage there, so I'd be interested to see or hear from anyone that has ever been here in the past what they used to do on this stage. I'm guessing maybe this might be where the Easter Bunny or something would be. I don't know. I have no idea. But here's a hospitality center, completely closed. There was a gigantic stuffed bear sitting in there. That was kind of odd. But that's really all that there was on this part of the mall. And again, there's that anchor. I think it may be an Elder Beerman, because I read that there was an Elder Beerman in this mall at one point. I'm guessing that's what it was, because it definitely did not look like a Sears. It's a little too fancy for Sears. So I'm heading out of that wing and down the other wing that's beside it. And as you see ahead, there's something. This is something else I've never seen in a mall before. They had this entire wing was dedicated to these bouncy houses, and it's absolutely strange when you go down there because there's nothing else down there except for this. And I guess I'm not positive, but that store there on the left, Slackers, that is actually like a entertainment, like a family fun center kind of thing. They had miniature golf, laser tag, and I think an arcade in there. So I'm guessing that's part of it. I really don't know, but I didn't see anybody in there, so I don't know. There was nobody around in this entire section, so and it was open. I mean, the gates were open and everything, and I don't think they would leave everything up if they weren't actually still operating, because it was really loud down there, because you know, they have to have the fans constantly on to keep them inflated. So it was still open, but I didn't see anybody down there. It was just weird seeing all these things down there, because I've never seen that in a mall before. Usually, like, that's something that would pop up like a carnival or something, but not in a mall. This looked like it was like an old jewelry store or something. Now it's just some vending machines. And the reason I think it was a jewelry store is because of the way the lighting is. That would kind of be behind the counter. And then there was like a little display case that definitely looked like a jewelry store. So I started to head back out of this bouncy house area, and coming up ahead was something that was kind of funny. It was actually a display case for a art store that you could get custom art, which was interesting, because if you look there, you can get a handmade painting of Macho Man Randy Savage drinking coffee, if that's what you want on your living room wall. And then coming up here on the right was like it was kind of like a video game store or something, but I didn't really see much in there. There was just a guy sitting in there playing video games. I started heading back to JCPenney because I was gonna go back and film something down there again. Now I wanna talk about this whole security guard issue. Basically, as I was walking through, first of all, there were no signs or anything saying you could not record. So technically, I mean, I guess I should have known. I think it's kind of common knowledge that you're not supposed to, but whenever I record in a mall or a store or something, I always make it a point not to film people if I can help it. You know, I don't like focus in on someone. Like, there's this guy passing on the left. I kind of tried to turn the camera so he's not in it. And if I'm in a group of people in a mall or something, I always drop the camera down to my side. I don't film them because I know that's not appropriate. You know, people don't want to be filmed. So anyway, I'm walking back here, and I just wanted to film this section again. But anyway, I'm almost positive that somebody called security on me, because I don't know how else this security guard would have even known that I was in the mall with a phone. I didn't even have a camera. I just had my phone. And I'm guessing, and I can't say for sure, I think it was down by the Bouncy Houses. I think somebody was down there thinking that I was filming something, or filming people that I shouldn't have, or I don't know. But anyway, you'll see it coming up here, because what happened is I went back to the food court to film around there because I wanted to get those restaurants on film again. And yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. He was actually following me at this point, and I didn't realize it, but I'm not gonna say anything at this point. I'll let it go, and you'll see how it all came down. It was pretty quick. But yeah, he's coming up here in a second. This whole food court was pretty dirty. There was a lot of trash everywhere. And there's the security guard.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Are you recording something on your phone? Okay, that's not allowed here at the mall.
Oh, okay. So that was it. I didn't get the whole conversation. He specifically said that you are not allowed to film in the mall, outside of the mall. You can't film storefronts, none of that. And I didn't question him. I was just like, okay, well, I'm on my way out anyway. You know, he was just doing his job. He was very nice, very polite. No problem with that. He was doing his job. That's all it comes down to. So you know, you can't really be upset about that. The only thing that really bothered me was just the fact that I had driven so far to this mall. It was almost a 5-hour round trip drive, and I didn't get to film everything that I wanted, but it's just the way it goes, I guess. He was just doing his job, so no harm done. I left. That was it. So hopefully it doesn't happen again, because that's kind of frustrating. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day, a great week, and thanks again. I really appreciate everybody watching.